Hello and welcome to New Earth Lifestyles. Remember to breathe, that's what the bowl is all about. Well, thank you for joining me today. I'm Janee King, host of the show and producer, and this is a show about looking at life from a different perspective, New Earth lifestyles, New Earth consciousness, giving you permission or giving you an opportunity to look into the other realms of reality that perhaps are not physical. Today I'm going to be discussing or talking about or sharing with you channeling, or what you might call spirit writing or intuitive connection to the unseen realms. They're all around us, and as I've spoken before on the show, they're the reality that we're in right now, this physical world, is but a tip of the iceberg, really a small piece of what is real and what is available to us to access and tap into as far as reality is concerned. So this is the physical reality, and some people may call this the third dimension. Everything's in 3D, as you can see, as you know, that makes things visible and tangible for us. And there's a school of thought out there right now that is talking about moving into the fourth dimension, or even the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension, as the great singing group from back in the 70s, the fifth dimension, sang about the dawning of Aquarius. And I don't think it's coincidental that in 2012, December of 2012, there was a moon rising in the seventh sun, and the lyrics that they wrote about were actual astrological events that happened in 2012. And that song was written in the 70s, 1970s, so that's 40 years prior to this event happening. And the name of their singing group was the Fifth Dimension, which sort of, well, not sort of, it does speak to the fifth dimension that we're moving into, other dimensions, which is about multi-dimensional being. We are multi-dimensional beings. And what does that mean? It means, on one hand, perhaps, that this physical body, this physical three-dimensional thing, life that we live here, is not all there is. As I said, the tip of the iceberg. There are multiple dimensions of reality, of life, everywhere in the universe, including here around us on Earth. Multiple dimensions, and we just haven't been tuned in to see them. So I'm going to do a little gong on that, which reminds me to breathe and slow down. And so when I hit my sacred singing bowl, that's brings me down to my heart, helps me to breathe. And those are tools, breathing and connecting with your heart, that will or can help you to perceive other dimensions. Fourth dimension, fifth dimension. As I said, there are infinite dimensions. And working with energy, which I do, I'm an energy healer and a holistic health practitioner. I practice what I call energy medicine, being trained at a 4-year program called Barbara Brennan School of Healing, which is known as a mystery school, which means that the information that is taught at that school is cosmic, came from ancient times forward, and that's what this whole shift in dimension, the shift in reality right now that is happening in the consciousness of the earth, is all tied into that. And everything goes in cycles. So some say that when Atlantis, the famous world before this world, maybe 10,000 years ago, 12,000, I'm not really up on the date exactly, but a long time ago, there was a civilization called Lemuria and Atlantis that caved in. They were became greedy, they became warlike, and they changed into on such a level that all the mystery, all the information that they had, all the technology that they had back then, disappeared, and we started over again. And that speaks also to the multidimensional life that we have available to us. And I believe that we're moving into a space or a place of opening our hearts, allowing compassion, seeing you as I would see myself. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you, the golden rule. Living your life as if you're walking in the other person's shoes. Those are all beliefs, or I forget what they're called. We'll call them koans. Those are all ways of living, ways of being, ways of directing your life that open your heart, that bring compassion, that help you, me, and all of those who practice those things into a higher vibration. And as we move into a higher vibration, other realms, those other dimensions, become more aware and more open to us to access. And that's where healing lies. When I do my healing work and my healing practice, I ground down into the earth, which I've spoken of before in the show, and I ground down and I expand my energy field through a process that I've learned over many years. And I allow and I open myself to be a vehicle, to be a channel, to open to the realms, to be open to God, right? To open to everything that's here that I can't see, but only those things I can't see that are heartfelt, that are compassion, that are coming from the highest realms, from the angelic realms, from the light. Those things that are coming from above or below. I mean, they can come from all directions. It's not one direction that it comes from, because it's multidimensional. And we had Lucia Reed on the show a couple of weeks ago, and she's a medium. And we also had Carissa Dorman, who also is a medium. And they work with deceased loved ones or people that have died, but their spirit lives on, and they're in another dimension, right? They're still, their soul is still alive, yet we can't see them. But some people can see them, and these Carissa and Lucia perceive them. They come through them and they speak through them. And this is reality. This is another dimension of reality that is available to us all the time, 24/7, 365 days a year. That can be so beneficial, as they were saying, as Lucia specifically was saying, that when she connects in with deceased loved ones, it is so such a relief for the living person to hear the message come through and to hear that their loved one is okay. That is real. That is real. There's nothing fake about that. It's coming from a dimension that we cannot see as human beings. Just like, I don't know if you ever had a dog whistle. Dogs, we'd get a whistle. We used to teach our dogs to come with a dog whistle, and it was on a vibratory level, on a vibration. It was a sound that humans can't hear. It was on a different level, but the dog could hear. Again, that's the same thing, a different dimension, you could say, or a different vibratory rate, a different frequency. And that's what the other dimensions are. They're different frequencies. And when we can learn to tune into those frequencies, we can experience miracles. We can experience our loved ones. We can experience spontaneous remission from cancer. We can experience all manner of things that you couldn't even imagine. And I'm living proof of that. I'm sitting here with you on the television, and 25 years ago, I was a terrified, introvert, shy accountant. I never wanted to come out of my little cubicle. I wanted to do my work and go home. I didn't want anyone to see me. I was so terrified that if I saw someone that I knew walking down the street, I would look the other way because I was afraid. Afraid of what? I was afraid that they would not recognize me. I was afraid of whatever. And I would never, ever have dreamed that I could sit here and talk on television and express these changes that I've gone through to you, the public, to you, the TV viewer. So thank you for being with me and giving me this opportunity to to show you who I am and what I've come to understand. So all of that I'm speaking about, I've come to understand through my life experiences in the last 25 years, and through going to the healing school, and through having a holistic healing practice where I am of service to people who are looking for change, looking to get rid of the blocks, whatever they know they're blocked, something's going on. And by connecting in with spirit, connecting in with the other dimensions, connecting in and saying a prayer. I say a prayer before I work with every client, and I invite in the light and the love of God, or the light and love of source energy. And when I do that, the whole aura of my healing room, of my studio, I call it my healing studio, changes, and amazing things can happen. And a couple weeks ago, March 22nd, we had a ceremony in my healing space. And we drummed and we honored the water. It was World Water Day. UN, the United Nations, declared it World Water Day. The Lakota people honor the horse and the thunder beings the day before, and they combined that on March 22nd to join in with the water ceremony. And it was also spring equinox, when the days and the light, the dark and the light of the day and night were equal. And so I invited people to my studio to do a ceremony honoring those things, and we drummed, and we each spoke about what this meant for us, and each of us brought sacred water to put in a beautiful glass bowl to then instill it with our energies of the ceremony, and then take it with us to give it back to the earth. And so that ceremony we did 2 weeks ago, which was a Saturday, and after the ceremony, I was sitting there quietly just relaxing with the space empty. I got a message to take my cell phone and photograph my studio, take a picture of the altar in the center of the room, take a picture of the light coming in the windows, I took pictures of my drums and other things in my studio. And when I got home and put those pictures on my computer and looked at them, I couldn't believe my eyes, because there was spirit. There was spirit, this amazing light. And John, if you're ready, you can certainly show that picture. I hope you can see this. Well, this was my healing space on March 22nd, about 5 o'clock in the evening in New London, New Hampshire. And you can see coming through that window a beautiful rose light. And I didn't see that with my eyes when I took the picture, but when I got home and put it on my computer, I was flabbergasted. I was amazed. And that is spirit. That is the dimension that is unseen, that wanted me to see that the work we do in this room is amazing. It is the rose-colored light of love. It is loving. It is caring. And so that's a beautiful, if you can see the rose is just, it's just sitting there like this cloud of love. And in the center of the room, there's the green where we sat, the green mats, and then in the center on the red is where the altar was that we did the ceremony around. I'm not sure you can see that very well, but that's where the water was honored. And we had all kinds of other symbols there of water, and we had horse stuff there, horseshoes and horse manes and tails that people had saved from their deceased horses, and other things that were very sacred. And spirit came through afterwards to really, I believe, confirm to me the infinite possibilities of love, and that we are moving into this other dimensional realms of love and compassion and caring. And you can't really see it in this picture too, but the window closest to the left and closest to the front of the camera had streams of rainbow light coming through, and it wasn't coming straight through, it was curving up and curving down. I don't know if you can see that on your television screen, but anyway, yep. Okay, so these streams of amazing rainbows of light that I did see that with my eye, and maybe that's why I started taking photographs. And it is really a confirmation for me that there are other dimensions, there are other realms there, and spirit or God or source energy or universal consciousness, however you want to look at it, is there and can show you these things when you don't expect it, actually. But when you pray and when you get into that sacred space, which we had created a little bit before I took those photos. Thank you, John, for showing that to us, and thank you for helping me download it too, John. I'm really grateful to be in this studio with you, and with having such a wonderful technician, manager as John, to help me get those pictures out to you. So that is a depiction, that's for me physical, even though I didn't put my hands on it. It's a photograph of something that is true and is real, and there's no way I could have created that I know of anyway. And it was a message, a clear message to continue on this path, to continue on this journey, and continue doing whatever it is I'm doing, continue doing the healing work. And it's really inspired me and opened many doors for me in the past 2 weeks. I have to say, it's inspired me in opening doors and bringing more people into my life that are on the same wavelength, or are people that are looking for what I have to offer into the world as far as healing or change. This is all about change, changing our perspective, changing what we're looking at, changing our belief system, changing my belief system. 25 years ago, if I saw that picture, I would just, somebody must have created that. I would have created a thought in my mind that would not allow me to accept that. And I would have maybe even been afraid of it. As I've spoken before, the word shamanism and cosmic, and a lot of these words that are out there today that I use now easily, I was terrified of when I was afraid of people when I was working my accounting job. And so I am living proof that you can change into a way that is happy and healthy and strong. And I become stronger and stronger the more I let go of the structure of this physical world. The more I let go and allow spirit or the universe or the consciousness to come into my awareness, or to come into my life and work through me. Basically, work through me so that I can be of service. I'm here to be of service, and that's what this show is all about. I'm here to be of service to you in a way that gives you an opportunity, as I said, to look at life from a different perspective. Look at life from that beautiful rose light that came into my studio, my healing space, that I wasn't aware of during the process, but it gave me the opportunity. It became physical so that I could see it and acknowledge, wow, what did we create here? What did we create in this beautiful space? The rose-colored light of love was so confirming, so confirming. So I think I'll give a gong on that one, and you can calm down. Breathing. Oxygen. The sacred breath, the breath of life. And breathing is free. It's free. You breathe every minute of your life, but when you intentionally breathe, it can help you to connect with that light. It can help you to connect with Source, with God, with sacredness, with beauty, with your heart space, with caring, with appreciation and gratitude, and all these vibrations that are higher level. They're higher than fear and hate and frustration and anxiety. And all of these realms of higher vibration are available to us all the time. And from that, I would like to move into what I brought here today, was actual channelings of the Hathors by Tom Kenyon, who is a psychologist out in the West Coast, who has been he's a sound healer, so he's been using his voice and sound to do healings, but he's also, I'm not sure if he's a PhD or a Master of MA or what his credentials are, but he is a psychiatrist, and works with helping people to heal their psychology, heal their emotions, and heal anxieties and so forth. And he has been channeling the Hathors, which are a group of ascended beings that were around during the Egyptian pyramid creation, and they are a group of beings that bring loving messages down from the earth, from above, from Venus and from the galaxies and from the universe down into, through him, to help us human beings learn how to take care of ourselves and learn how to love each other. And that's right up my alley because I'm here to learn that and to understand how I can love everyone all the time and be in this strong space of awareness that helps me to be joyful and happy and fulfilled and living my life to the fullest. And that's what I would like for you to look at and see how you can do that, how you can connect in with these other spiritual realms, connect in with your heart space, how you might be able to be aware of these other dimensions. And before I get into this medicines of light that I wanted to speak to you about, after you saw that picture of my studio with that rose-colored light, does that ring a bell for you? Do you have any photographs that might have something in them like that, that is a spirit coming into your life, that is the higher realms coming into your life in a photograph to just to say hello, just to say we're here for you? Because my experience of higher beings on these realms, one of my intention is on these levels of love, my experience of this is they're here to help us. They're here to help us open our hearts and be loving toward each other and care about each other and enhance our lives. There are some people out there that like to think that there are lower energies that want to hurt us and harm us, and I'm not tied into that. I don't know about that. All I know is when my intention is pure and clear and open-hearted and wanting love and light to come through, that's what comes through. And so, so thank you for being here. I'm going to gong again on that one. And smile. And as I've said before also, when you smile, all these smile muscles release endorphins into your bloodstream, and those endorphins are feel-good chemicals that your body creates, and they cascade through your bloodstream, through your whole body, and help you to feel good. If you're not healthy, if you're having a hard time emotionally, if you have some physical ailments that are really bringing you down, smiling and laughter and joy, whether it's bringing videos that make you laugh, or thoughts that make you happy, or children that make you happy, whatever it is good therapy for you. It will help you tremendously to heal. It will help you tremendously to heal physically, emotionally, spiritually. Laughter is the best medicine. Laughter and breathing, those are free. We can do those all the time at our own pace whenever we want to. So why not take advantage of some of this free stuff that's out there? Free air, free oxygen, free laughter, free smiling. When I get up in the morning, I ground down into the earth, and then I look in the mirror and I smile and I give thanks for the day. And I feel good for the rest of the day because I've done those two things. I've connected to the earth, which is just like grounding electricity. You set your intention to put your feet flat on the floor, and you allow your feet to grow roots down into the earth, to the core of the earth, and you connect and give thanks to the earth, or whatever you want to do. You kind of commune with the earth in some way, some honoring way. And then you allow those roots to come back into your body, and earth's essence and your essence come back up, and you can let it sit in your heart if you'd like to. And then the next thing I do is smile. And maybe it's even part of connecting in with the earth in that sacred way that makes me smile, makes me feel good. And I know that if I don't do this, I might get up in the morning and stub my toe. I might get up in the morning and drop something on something and break it. I might, do those clumsy kind of things that happen when you're not grounded, when you're not connected with yourself, and when you're in a disarray or displace. So breathing and grounding and smiling, they're all free. Why not try them? Why not do them? Why not make a practice of that on a daily basis and see how it is for you after a week of doing that? See how your life has changed by simply taking things that are free and putting them into practice in your life, and see how that changes your life. Everybody's looking for things that are free. Well, we usually want, a free cell phone, a free car, a free material thing, when in fact there are so many free things available to us that the earth gives us. The earth gives us our oxygen. The earth gives us her body to stand upon, to ground into. The earth gives us, as children of her, the ability to smile and to enjoy life. Now it's springtime in Manchester, New Hampshire, where we are right now, and it is popping finally. Spring is springing. April 3rd today is, April 3rd, 2014, and the spring is springing. Well, there's a lot to smile about when there's a blue sky. It's warming up. We can get rid of our winter clothes, our winter coat, put it away. So, and then gratitude. Gratitude is so important. Gratitude, breathing, smiling, opening your heart, grounding. These are all things that are free, so why not take these things that are free and make a practice out of them? Oh yeah, I forgot. I have a big announcement today. A big announcement. I can't believe it. I sent an article into a magazine, a women's magazine, a couple days ago, and they have approved it to be published. And not only that, I'm going to write 11 more articles, so I'm going to be published 12 times next year, starting January 2015. I am so excited. I'm going to be published. It's only a 450-word article, and each article will be different, but I am so excited. I'm being published, and the name of the magazine is Sybil. And it has Sybil Magazine, and you can look up www.Sibella Publications, Sibella Publications, to check out the publication. It's a women's magazine. It's about spirituality, women's spirituality, and supporting women's spirituality, which of course is who I am. And the article I wrote for the January issue next year, January 15th, is it's called The Mirror, and it talks about what happened to my life 22 years ago when I was an accountant and changed. I had a big epiphany at my office, and that's what that article is about. And so that was the change that has brought me to this place of now, seeing spirit, being with God, being with all these unseen realms on a huge level.
You can take a call if you want.
Oh, we got a call coming through. Okay, hold on. Let me take this call. Hello, you're on the air. How can I help you?
Hi. Is this new lifestyle?
Yes, it is. And your name?
Ginger Farah?
Oh, hi, Ginger. Nice to have you on the
This
show.
is Ginger.
Hi, Ginger. Hi, Ginger. This is Janee. Can I help you? What would you like to say?
Yes. Janee, something has happened in my family. A whole 3 people are missing. One of them is a child, 7 years old. The last that they were seen was January 25th of this year. There's been no communication from them, and I was hoping that maybe you could pick up something regarding, they're from California. There's been different suggestions made that maybe they just left, but she keeps in touch with her sisters, and the last time that anybody heard from her was on January 25th. Now, her mother has put no request for help from the police. I've been on the phone talking with different police departments, trying to get to the school, but it's on spring break, so I have to wait for spring break to be over to find out when Christopher was last in class. At in that part of California.
I see.
And so I'm kind of really very worried.
Yes, I can feel your worry, Ginger. Thank you for calling in. I really am not able to do that on the air right now with you.
Yeah.
What I'll
okay.
do, but what I will do is I will hold your prayer in my heart, and I will contact you. I think I probably will see you after the show, and so
I'll be there shortly.
Okay, so we can have a short conversation before your show begins to see what
Okay.
I can do to help you or how Spirit can help you. Thank you so much.
Okay, that's what I need, Spirit.
Yes.
So thank you, Janee. I'll see you in a little while.
Okay, Ginger. Thanks for your call. We'll see you
Alrighty.
soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So, Spirit and the cosmos and all the unseen worlds, and connecting in with lost loved ones. That is a heartfelt connection and a heartfelt desire that we all have to know where our loved ones are. So thank you, Ginger, for that call. And you know what? Sometimes this is how Spirit works, is when you make it public, when you ask for help, when you reach out like that into the spiritual realms, which I believe this show is spiritual, on the spiritual level, it's heard from a different dimension. It's heard from all the angelic realms, the source realms, the God realms, all the dimensions that I said were so infinite. And when you reach out honestly from your heart for that help, help is coming. Help is on its way. So, Ginger, help is on its way for you to understand what happened to those 3 loved ones in California. I know it's on the way. And whether I can converse, whether it can come through me or whether it comes through in another fashion or another way, it is on the way because you've asked for it in a very clear, heartfelt way. And this is how we can ask for help all the time, anytime. What I would suggest is to come into contact with your belief around sacred space, creating, as you might have seen in that photograph, we had an altar, and I created that altar with intention. Yeah, so there it is now, the photograph, and you see in the center the red, and it had I had created an altar there that my intention and my care and my heart and my love went into putting this altar in the center of the room with, and actually it was a glass plate that had a glass bowl on it, and I was able to make it so that I put an actual rose quartz heart underneath the glass plate. So when you put the water in, you could see this rose-colored heart. It was actually rose quartz heart underneath the water. And perhaps I'm just realizing now that that is another connection to this beautiful rose light. But when you create a sacred space and ask for something like Ginger just asked for, ask for help from your loved one, ask for where are they, just a message. It is on its way. I know it is on its way. And so, but creating an altar like that with intention, it doesn't have to be anything exotic, just some sacred objects or your clear intention. Put it, put a place on your bureau, or on some place that's sacred to you in your home, and put a sacred object there. And it's your intention, your thought, and your care that goes into creating that altar for the purpose that, like Ginger's purpose of, I want to understand what happened to these 3 loved ones. And for that purpose, and when you do that in a loving way, and you do that with an open heart, you're connecting into those unseen realms in a sacred way, in a real way, in a way that they honor, and they will come in and give you information. It may not be a word in your ear. It may not be something you see, like that picture. It may be something subtle, like a feeling. Or it might be something you see. You might see a billboard, or sometimes I've seen messages on the side of a truck driving down the highway that it reassured me that that's the answer to my question. And so Spirit works through us, or to us, through the whole medium that we can see, the physical 3-dimensional reality. Spirit works through us that way, to speak to us on a realm, on a level, on a vibration that we can then take in. Another way that I've gotten information is just a knowing. I just have this knowing. It's sort of like, sometimes you're thinking about a loved one, or thinking about someone that's across the other side of the country, and lo and behold, they call you. The phone rings and it's them. or they knock at the door, or you get a letter from them. That's like spirit, like sending up that information up into the realms of God and the realms of the loving spaces and beings and angels, and they hear it and they act on it in ways that physical three-dimensional us people can understand and take it in. So that is very powerful. And creating an altar, a sacred space. My singing bowl was in that space that we created on March 22nd. That was in that picture, even though you might not have seen my singing bowl. But this is a sacred object that I carry with me when I come here, or I don't carry it with me every day, but I hold this as very, very sacred. This is made in Tibet with 7 metals by Tibetan monks, and I learned from Tanji that they pray. When they make these bowls, they pray, they chant prayers into these bowls. And that made it so much more sacred for me to have this bowl in my possession and to use it here on the air to help us to breathe and help us to come back to ourselves. Because for me, I get out there, I get scattered, it's easy for me to get out there, but the sound of the singing bowl brings me back. Brings you back. So creating a sacred space in your home, and it could be like the corner of your bureau, it could be a little table that is, you might even have some objects of whatever your belief system, your religion is there, and but when you pick something up and you hold it to your heart and you make an intention, you pray, or you make an intention that's true, that's aligned to your heart, that's aligned to your connection to everything. Things move, spirit moves, and they come into fruition, and things happen. So, thank you for that call, Ginger. And we have a little bit of time left for me to get into what I came here to talk about today, which is connected with all the spiritual realms that we're talking about, and getting back to the Hathors and Tom Kenyon. And Tom Kenyon's been channeling the Hathors, as I said, for 20 years or so. And they told him these were beings on the other side that channeled into him and were coming through him, and he was getting messages from them. And they told him he was going to write a big book. They wanted him to write their book. They wanted to be giving messages to him, and that he would write a book. And that's called channeling, or it's called intuitive listening, or it's called automatic writing. Any of those things. And he was such a busy person. He said, there's no way I have time to write a book. There's no way I have time to edit and, take in information and write it down and then put it into a book form. And so he told him that in order for him to do that, he would need help. Well, they stopped coming to him, asking him to write a book, and he forgot about it. And I think it was like a year or two later, or some period of time later, he was doing a workshop. He was facilitating a workshop in the San Francisco Bay Area, somewhere in California, and he was signing books. He had written some other books on his sound healing approaches and his psychology, and he was signing books. And this woman came up to him and said to him, "I was told that I am here to help you write a book." And she had a publishing company, and she had people working for her that could edit and transcribe his book for him. That's how spirit works. Some people call it coincidence, and I've come to understand there's no such thing as coincidence. It's all a prayer. It's all an asking, and asking in a sacred way, and you receive. Not that he asked to write the book, but he said the only way I could do it is with help. And help came to him in a most auspicious way, in a way that no one could have ever imagined. And that's what you do, is you let go of the prayer, and it will come. The answer will come, and whatever's the best way for you, based on all of your spiritual helpers that are around us all the time to help us. And last week on the show, we had Wendy Burchell, and she works with angels. And she had an epiphany around angels, and they're here. They are here with us all the time. The key to connecting with your angel is to ask. Ask for help. However that is for you. I need help. I'm asking my angels to come and help me understand this, help me to fix this, show me the way. Ask for the truth. What is the truth of the situation? And when you do that from your heart space, from a real, authentic, caring compassion, it will be told to you. You will get the answer. And it's amazing. I've lived through it, and it's really wonderful and amazing. So this channeling that I wanted to share with you that Tom Kenyon channeled, the Hathors planetary message, it's called Medicines of Light. Medicines of Light. And as we all know, Fukashima in Japan is still emitting radioactive materials into the ocean, into that Pacific. And even though it may not be spoken of on the news, that is still a very volatile area of the world. And the Hathors came through Tom Kenyon to give him and to relay to us, those of us who listen to this type of thing, a solution to radiation, a solution also to the bombardment of viruses and bacteria. So I was going to get a drink of water, but I think I'll just breathe. So I wanted to read some of this to you. I'm not sure I'll have a lot of time. So, protection and healing from radiation poisoning, neurotoxins, bacteria, and viruses, medicines of light. This is what we can do to protect ourselves. And this is an energetic thing to do. So it's not like I'm going to go get something and do something. This is, again, a spiritual practice that you can do to protect yourself, protect your loved ones from radiation, neurotoxins, bacteria, and viruses. When the earthquake in New Zealand, followed by the earthquake in Japan, with the earthquake, it is clear that we have entered a more complex phase of what they're calling a chaotic node, which is a cosmic term, and I can't really explain it really quickly right now. But we wish to impart a method for protection and healing from the radiation poisoning as well as other physical conditions. We call this medicines of light. This is obviously related to current events unfolding in Japan. However, as future Earth changes unfold, you may face similar challenges in the near future from other locations around the world. As we know, there's a lot of nuclear power plants everywhere. And so this method will assist you both protect and heal yourself from exposure not only to radioactivity, but also to neurotoxins and to mutating forms of bacteria and viruses. From our perspective, you can expect to see an increase of this over time. So this method involves connecting to your celestial soul. Your celestial soul. Pardon me. Connecting to your celestial soul. So your celestial soul is a location, an aspect of your own consciousness that is outside the constraints of time and space, which is other dimensional, as we've been talking about. And some of you might refer to the celestial soul as your higher self, as your higher heart. But whatever you call it, your celestial soul exists in what the Hathors call the light realms, And this aspect of you is engaged whatever you send, whenever you send it appreciation or gratitude. And we were talking about that. I talk about that all the time in this show. Appreciation, appreciate what you have, gratitude. Find that feeling inside of you. So your celestial soul doesn't really have a location in time and space, since it's transcendent of both, transcendent to both. In other words, it's more than that. It's more than physical. But it does have an entry point in your energy field, in your aura. It does have an entry point, which is about arm's distance above your head. About arm's distance above your head. If you were to raise your hands over your head and touch your fingertips together, your fingers would be in the vicinity of the entry point. So I'll do this here so you can see it, but you'd stretch your arms up. So this would be the entry point of that celestial soul up here. And this is where you would place your attention in the first phase of the method for creating medicines of light. Medicines of light. So do note that placing your hands above your head is only for orientation purposes. So this is so that you can imagine where it is. And then you can release your hands and keep your attention up there, all the way up above your head. So you don't actually have to put your hands up there. It's just a way of creating your intention when you're creating medicines of light. And once you place your awareness in the area of your celestial soul, you hold your mind in your mind the qualification of light you wish to receive. The qualification of light you wish to receive. And let's say, for example, that you've been or will be exposed to some kind of dangerous form of one of those things, radioactivity or viruses or neurotoxins, and are in danger of some type of poisoning. If you're exposed to that, and after focusing your attention on your celestial soul, you'll hold the intent that energy that descends from here, the energy that comes in from your soul, celestial soul, will be an energetic of healing and or protection from whatever that poisoning might be. So you're holding the intention that this is a healing of whatever you're exposed to, even if you're exposed to the common cold. Even if you're exposed to the common cold, this comes in, and this is a way of allowing the light to come in and have that intention and heal that. And then you send the feeling of appreciation and gratitude upward from your heart. So you're bringing light in, and you're sending appreciation and gratitude upward from your heart chakra or energy center to this point above your head, to this soul, celestial soul. And as you hold the intent or qualification that the energy imparted from you to you from above, the energetic imparted to you from up here, this energy that comes down, will protect you and heal you from radiation poisoning. So you're connecting your heart and your celestial soul, and you're allowing the energies to flow, the light to flow. And then you would shift your attention back up to this point, and then you would shift your attention back down to your heart chakra in the center of your chest, beneath your sternum, and then wait to receive the energetic or the information or the feeling of protection and healing from your celestial soul. So there's a feeling that you will get, and I've had this feeling before when I've connected to this. I call it an individuation point, but it's your celestial soul. And when you connect in, it just cascades down over you, this amazing tingling feeling of love. And when you do this with gratitude from your heart and appreciation, when you practice this, it is real. It is real. You can tactily feel it. You can feel it surging through you. And so if you're new to this way of sending an intent or qualification along with a feeling of appreciation or gratitude up to your celestial soul, you can do it several times. So what you can do is you can imagine, you can hold your fingers there for a minute and just sort of intend where it is, and then close your eyes and send an intention up there of gratitude. So practice filling your heart with gratitude and appreciation. And then once you've identified yourself as feeling gratitude and appreciation, and you can do that by thinking of something you really love. Thinking of something or someone you really love, like a flower, a rose, or the birth of your baby, or a puppy, or a child so innocent that you might know that you really exude love for. And so you get that feeling going in your chest, and then you allow that feeling of appreciation and gratitude and caring to go up to that ID point. And so you're just practicing 4 or 5 or 6 times, practicing allowing that gratitude to go up to your ID point. And when you feel, and then once you've connected in, you know that your gratitude is going up to your celestial soul, and then you may begin to feel the descent of that energy. The energy comes down on you, and down from and then you have a shift in awareness down then into your heart energy center, and allow your heart center to receive this energetic protection and healing. So what you're doing is you're sending appreciation and love up, and then it cascades down as protection and healing down into you. And this is something that if you practice this, if you have something going on in your body that you would like to heal, especially for those of you or any people out west, or that people have been on the West Coast that have experienced any of the radiation, or if you've been in any corporate job that might subject you to neurotoxins or viral or bacterial infections, if you begin to practice this on a daily basis and practice gratitude and appreciation, and then cascading down the protection and the healing from your celestial soul, your life will change, and you will be protected, and you will feel that, and you will know that. And so it helps you to open up your belief system to the higher realms by appreciating and caring and gratitude for that which you desire, and for the healing that is freely available to us all the time, every moment, 24/7. Just like when I began the show, breathing, oxygen is free. It's free, and it can help you to relax. The same way, this medicines of light is free. You can practice this. You can allow it into your life. And say if you have a cold, you have the flu, you have a broken bone, any myriad of things going on in your body or in your life, you can do this practice. And so you're not sending anything to those points or to those things. You're allowing the medicines of light to simply come down into your heart and fill your heart, and then imbue your whole body with the medicines of light, with the gratitude, with the sprinkling. So all of this light that comes down from the celestial soul, you just allow it down into your heart, and then it expands and it disperses into your whole body, and gives me chills. I can feel it, and it makes me happy too. Makes me laugh, makes me smile, makes me feel good. So thank you, Tom Kenyon, and thank you to the Hathors. And you could look up tomkenyon.com if you wanted more information. This planetary message from the Hathors is on his website somewhere. And so it's www.tomkenyon.com if you wanted to get this information more direct from the source. Thank you for being with me today. I'm really... It's been a great day in New Manchester, New Hampshire. I drove down from New London today with a blue sky. Spring is in the air. The snow in the median strip is almost gone, pretty much gone everywhere, and just a few bankings on the edge. So hopefully in a couple weeks the crocuses will be popping, and actually they are. And that's a good sign of spring. And the robins will be returning, and the red-winged blackbirds, that's one of the signs of spring for me, as well as all the other birds that come back for the summer. In fact, I heard a flock of geese yesterday, and that was so much fun to hear. So thank you for joining me today. Have another little gong of the sacred bowl. Life is good, and your heart knows the way. If you follow your heart and follow your soul, all is well in your world. All will be well in your world. So hopefully you've enjoyed what I've had to share with you today. If you wanted to contact me, you have my website on the screen. And I'm always open to phone calls or emails. You can contact me through my website. And of course, the phone line is always open here today, Thursday, April 3rd. And look forward to seeing you next Thursday. I don't have any guests next Thursday, but the guest I have coming up on, oh wait, I do have a guest, the 10th. Next week is the 10th. Jessica will be here. Jessica Ariel Morocco. And Jessica channels, which we're talking about today, a guide or an angel called Ariel. She also has written some tremendous children's books, and I know she's had a book signing recently. So Jessica Ariel Morocco will be here next week talking about her connection with the angelic realms and the spiritual realms. So until then, have a great week. Remember, your heart knows the way, and I look forward to talking with you then.